Are you feeling lost and unsure of which path to take in life? In this video, we will be focusing on the principles of Buddhism and how they can provide guidance and clarity in times of confusion. Step 1. Embrace the chaos. The first step in dealing with confusion is to embrace the chaos. When we feel lost or uncertain, the natural reaction is often to resist the feelings of discomfort. We may try to control the situation or force a decision, but this often leads to more confusion. Instead, Buddhism teaches us to embrace the present moment, no matter how chaotic it feels. Life, according to Buddhism, is inherently unpredictable. Things do not always go as planned, and we are often faced with uncertainty. This is not something to fear. It is part of the cycle of life. By accepting that life is uncertain and embracing the chaos, we free ourselves from the need to control every aspect of our existence. The more we resist, the more tangled we become in our confusion. The more we allow ourselves to experience the messiness of life, the clearer things become. When we embrace the chaos, we stop judging ourselves for feeling lost. We accept that confusion is a natural state and that it will pass with time. Buddhism teaches the importance of mindfulness, being fully present without rushing to conclusions. If you can just sit with your confusion for a moment, without trying to escape it, you may begin to see things more clearly. This practice of embracing chaos encourages us to be gentle with ourselves. When you let go of the need to have everything figured out, you begin to trust that life will unfold as it is meant to. Sometimes the best way to find clarity is to sit in the discomfort of uncertainty and allow the answers to come naturally. By embracing the chaos, we also learn to stay calm in the face of uncertainty. This inner calmness becomes a strong foundation to move forward. Step 2. Ask yourself what you really want. Once you've embraced the chaos, the next step is to ask yourself what you truly want. When we are confused, our minds can become clouded with external expectations, pressures from others, and noise from the world around us. These distractions can make it hard to hear our own desires. In Buddhism, the concept of inner wisdom is important. Every person has an inner truth or wisdom that guides them, but it can be hard to access when we are overwhelmed by confusion. Take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself what you really want in your heart. Not what society wants, not what your family wants, but what you desire at your core. Buddhism teaches that our desires should not be driven by greed or attachment. Instead, they should be aligned with our true nature, a nature that is peaceful and compassionate. When we are confused, it is easy to chase after things that do not bring us true happiness. The key is to pause and connect with your deeper self. The Buddha encouraged his followers to practice meditation in order to find this deeper wisdom. Meditation allows us to quiet our minds, letting go of distractions, and helps us listen to what our true self wants. This inner reflection can lead to clarity, helping you understand what is truly important to you. Sometimes, we are so busy seeking approval or validation that we forget to ask ourselves what we truly desire. When you take the time to check in with yourself, you may find that your confusion begins to fade. You can begin to make decisions that are in alignment with your true desires, not what others expect from you. This practice is also about letting go of attachments to specific outcomes. In Buddhism, we are taught to desire without attachment. This means that while we can want things, we should not cling to them or make our happiness dependent on them. Step 3. Let go of perfection. The next step in overcoming confusion is to let go of perfection. So often, confusion arises from the pressure to make the perfect decision or to have everything figured out. We feel as if we need to know all the answers and make the right choice at every turn. Buddhism teaches us that perfection is an illusion. The Buddha often spoke of the impermanent nature of life. Nothing in this world is permanent or perfect. Things change, and so do we. Holding on to the idea of perfection only creates more suffering and confusion. It's important to accept that life is messy, and we are not expected to have all the answers. Making mistakes is part of the process of learning. Buddhism encourages us to be kind to ourselves and to let go of the need for perfection. When we let go of perfection, we free ourselves from the fear of making the wrong decision. We stop overthinking every choice and worrying about the consequences. This allows us to approach confusion with a sense of ease, knowing that we don't need to have it all figured out. Trust that you will learn from your decisions, whether they are right or wrong. The key is not to avoid mistakes but to embrace them as part of the journey. Letting go of perfection also means accepting that the path will not always be smooth. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and challenges along the way. But these are not failures, they are opportunities to grow. Buddhism teaches that suffering is part of life, but it is also the path to enlightenment. By releasing the need to be perfect, you open yourself to the wisdom that can only come through experience. Step 4. Trust your future self. In times of confusion, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of decisions. We often worry about the future and whether we are making the right choice. Buddhism teaches that we can trust in the process of life and trust our future selves. We do not need to have all the answers right now. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is the idea of impermanence. Everything is constantly changing, including us. We are not the same people we were a year ago, and we won't be the same in the future. Trust that the decisions you make today will lead you to where you need to be. You may not understand the full picture right now, but in time, the path will reveal itself. Trusting your future self also means having faith in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Buddhism teaches us that we have the inner strength to deal with life's challenges. The more we trust ourselves, the more we are able to face confusion with confidence. It's important to remember that clarity often comes with time. You may not have all the answers today, but trust that they will come as you continue on your journey. When you trust your future self, you stop feeling like you need to control every aspect of your life. You release the fear of making the wrong decision and trust that life will unfold as it is meant to. Buddhism encourages us to let go of our attachment to outcomes and trust that, whatever happens, we will grow from the experience. Step 5. Shift your environment. Finally, when confusion strikes, it can be helpful to shift your environment. The places we spend time in can influence our thoughts and emotions. If we are feeling overwhelmed by confusion, it may be time to step away from the situation and change our surroundings. Buddhism teaches that our environment plays a significant role in our mental and emotional state. Sometimes, confusion arises because we are too close to a problem. We may be in a toxic environment or surrounded by negative energy. In these moments, it's important to create space for ourselves. Buddhism encourages us to find peace in nature, in quiet places, or in the company of people who uplift us. A change of environment can bring clarity and help reset our minds. Spending time in nature, for example, can help clear the mental fog. The beauty and simplicity of nature can remind us of the impermanence of all things. A walk in the park or a moment of silence in a peaceful space can help us reconnect with our true self. Changing our environment does not always mean going far away. It can simply mean taking a break, stepping back, and finding a place of calm. Creating a peaceful environment also involves letting go of distractions. In Buddhism, mindfulness is key. Being mindful of what we allow into our lives, whether it's the people we interact with, the media we consume, or the spaces we occupy, can have a profound effect on our state of mind. When we are confused, it's important to seek out spaces and experiences that bring us peace, allowing us to find clarity. Confusion is not something to fear or avoid. It is a part of the human experience, and it holds the potential for growth and understanding. By following these 5 steps, embracing the chaos, asking yourself what you really want, letting go of perfection, trusting your future self, and shifting your environment, you can navigate through confusion with calmness, clarity, and confidence. Buddhism teaches that through mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, we can find our way even in the most uncertain times. Trust the process, and remember that clarity often comes when you stop trying to force it.